think when I retire and I look back at it, I think, you know what, it was actually a very, very special team I was in.
Yes, Carl.
Hey mate, you
Good
alright?
to see you. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
So, welcome to What I Wore. Basically, what we've done with a collection of shirts to tell your life story. So, we're going to start with you growing up right up to present day. So, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Cool. So, we're going to start with you as a Sheffield boy.
Yep.
Talk to me like your memories of this shirt. I know this Brian Dean. I know he's like a big hero of yours. Like, just talk to me about growing up in Sheffield and what was that like?
Yeah,
your love for football initially.
This shirt, obviously, I remember from the year of Brian Dean, and he was a big, you know, inspiration to me growing up, coming up through the ranks at Sheffield United, and it was someone that he was my favourite player, and I looked up to him. Well, you know, fortunately enough now that I know him, and we do speak from time to time, so it's funny how football does bring you all together. I know this one, they had a problem with it.
What was the problem? Talk to me.
They was getting, the players were mentioning that it reminded them of the stewards. So sometimes when they was on the pitch, because the stewards was in the stand, they would think it was a steward rather than yeah, exactly. So they were just passing it out to the stewards because they just, you know, when you're making a quick decision, I always remember that shirt.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to you about what it was like though growing up in Sheffield. Obviously, big footballing city, Wednesday United. What made you say like, I'm a United guy?
Oh, it's strange because, you know, my dad is a Sheffield United fan, but his team is Leeds. I know it's very close to home, but you know, he would say he's a Leeds fan. So I know my granddad, you know, well my great granddad who passed away now, he was the, you know, big influence for getting me to go down to Sheffield United games because he had a season ticket there and he bought me one, you know, right next to him, and that was just kind of a grandchildren moment that we spent together. So we used to go down every Saturday. He used to get me a pie and we used to sit and watch the game. So, you know, it was great memories, you know, for me at Sheffield, and I think everyone knows how much or how close it is with my heart, and, you know, I will be hopefully wanting to go back there, you know, come the, you know, late stage of my career.
So just talk to me about, okay, you finally become a professional footballer, you put on this shirt as a pro. What is that feeling like, bro?
It was fantastic. To finally do it after so many years being there from 6 until, you know, obviously 18, with so many setbacks, so many obviously positives there, but also failures where I didn't think I was going to make it. But to finally put on that and play at Leyton Orient, was in this one. This one, Leyton Orient. Then I played for centre half with Chris Morgan at Hull. And they was my first couple of games that I played as a Sheffield United player, and I really loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Beautiful. But then you get a move to London.
Yep.
Playing for Tottenham.
Yep.
I want to know, what was it like shifting city, coming to London, and you're playing with guys like Bale, guys like Modric? Like, what was that learning curve for you in these shirts?
No, it was massive. I think it was, you know, there was a few clubs that could have come in for me. There was, you know, by my calculation, there was Everton, or there was Tottenham, and for me, when I went down to Tottenham and I seen, you know, the manager there, Harry Redknapp, and it made me just feel so welcome that I said I've got to go down there and play there. And it's turned out to be, you know, what a good decision I've made, because I think that's put me on the path to go and play for some of these clubs that we're going to see, but then also to play with the players and experience the experiences that I've, you know, experienced with the likes of your Bales, your Modric, Crouch, Defoe, Robbie Keane, Ledley King. These are all, you know, legends of Premier League.
Yeah. And then in this shirt here, you get your young PFA. I want to know, is this did you feel like alive in the Premier League in this shirt? And like, how was that feeling like getting the PFA in this particular shirt?
Well, I think if we went back to this one where I went to Villa. So I went to Villa. So I went to Villa, came back after the loan, and then this was the top that we played where I won the PFA.
That was key to this, basically.
Yeah. I think it links in well, because I wouldn't have achieved playing in this shirt, winning what I won in this shirt, if I wouldn't have gone and experienced playing at a great club like Villa. I think that put me on a great path in the right direction. You know, it made me feel like I was a Premier League footballer, because before that, you know, no disrespect to all these shirts, but I never played Premier League football that much. So to play there and then to come and achieve what I achieved in this shirt was massive.
Beautiful. Before we get to City, I just want to know, what were like some of your favourite Tottenham shirts to play in?
I used to, was it the Under Armour? I used to like this one.
Yeah.
I think we shared some really, really good moments in this one as a team, you know, individually and collectively.
So that's the thing about the shirts, it's not just the style, it's the moments that you
cherish. No, it's the moments, it's when I picture or when I close my eyes and look at that shirt, what do I see? And, you know, it's always positives, definitely with that one.
All right, so now you get the bit move to the sky blue of City. What was it like coming in? Like, obviously Pep has brought you, you're coming into a great team with guys like Company, guys like Silva, who are going to have like the statue with them. What was it like? Like, did you feel pressure in the shirt straight away, or was it like, yeah, I belong here?
I wouldn't say there was pressure. I think that I believed in myself, I believed in my own ability, and you know, I definitely believed in the players that was around me, because I played with them for a number of seasons before I actually finally got to join.
For sure, yeah.
So I knew the quality, I knew what they possessed on a football field, I knew what it felt like to come to the Etihad. You know, even if you was a top team like we was at Tottenham, but to come to the Etihad, we always found it difficult.
I want to know, okay, first season, Centurion season, bro, in this shirt, when you got the 100 points, bro, you must have been feeling like money, really. Like, that must have been crazy.
It was brilliant. Listen, we went and achieved Carabao Cup, Premier League, 100 points, Centurions, never to be done. And in that moment in time, you don't, or even now, I probably don't really appreciate what we've achieved at this club in a short period of time.
You know, you're in it, right?
Yeah, you're in it. You're constantly doing it day by day. You know, coming into work, grafting, making sure that you can put out the best performance you can on a Saturday. I think when I retire and I look back at it, I think, you know what, it was actually a very, very special team I was in.
You're doing a madness,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
So we've got like some great memories here, but one thing I want to point out to you is that time, the first time ever in What I Wore history, an outfield player went in goal. I want to know, what was that like to put on Bravo's shirt? And why you? Like, why wasn't it someone else? Like, what was that feeling like going in goal?
I'm always giving the goalkeeper stick out there, telling them to catch it when they parry it, like you should be catching them ones. So it was a toss-up between me and John, who was on the bench, who was going to come on. You know, who's the dumbest out of John and Kyle? All right, we're going to pick Kyle today, and I think I just got the nod. Luckily enough, I did okay. You know, I wasn't too happy with my save. I should have caught it, but listen, I kept the ball out of the net, and you know, I've been in teams where players have, you know, fumbled them into the back of the net. So
are you more sympathetic to the keepers now?
Yeah, it's a lonely place back there. It's a lonely place.
So we're going to move on to your international career.
Yep.
Obviously, you talked about playing for Sheffield Boyhood Club. I want to know, what was it like here to put on the 3 lines for the first time, your debut against Spain? How proud is that moment, and how much pressure is in this shirt?
No, it's a great moment. I think to represent your country at any level is, you know, you've done very well in the job that you're doing. But to represent, you know, your country at Wembley, to come on, I think they was the world champions at the time as well. Yeah. So it was, you know, I have massive respect for Capello for what he did with me, the faith that he's shown in me to put me on there. And you know, I can remember doing a sprint and I was knackered after it, because I think just all the energy and excitement in my body. But that was, I think, 21, so 10 years ago now. Wow. And I'm still going strong now, and I still want to, you know, continue to play for my country, because it's a special moment.
And that's the thing I want to talk to you about. Like, so you was in like almost like the transition of like when we went out to Iceland in this shirt, but then like the rejuvenation in this shirt with 2018.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like playing in that World Cup, getting so far and having the whole country behind you against Colombia and against Croatia?
I think that was probably, as you said, that was a really low moment. That Iceland game, with the Iceland game was horrible. You know, the dressing room after to experience what we experienced was bad. But then you came into this shirt, and the players that we started.
Was there a different feeling in this shirt?
Every shirt's different. As I said to you before, you picture your shirt and that's it. But every shirt's different. But I just think the personnel that we got in, I think full credit goes to the manager for how he's changed it, how he's spun it, and you know, to play against Colombia, beat them in a penalty shootout, which England hasn't done for God knows how many years. Then okay, we got to the semi-final against Croatia, and it didn't really fall out. But I think you fast forward now 2 more years, and we've just got to a Euros final. against Italy.
Because me as a football fan, this is probably like the happiest time I've been as a football fan. Like I was at the Germany game, like half the capacity in Wembley, but it's like the best atmosphere I've ever been in. So I want to know, what was it like putting on this shirt for the Euros, coming back from the pandemic, and just like the proud feeling that you felt in this shirt?
I think that's what makes it even special, because of the hard, nearly 2 years that we've had where fans can't go to games. Fans have been stuck at home. Okay, we've tried to make sure that we're coming into work and putting on a show, because we are entertainment people, where it can give someone a little bit of peace at home watching a game of football. But like you say, to live that moment at Wembley against Germany,
goosebumps.
Yeah, it was brilliant. The atmosphere was fantastic, and I'd just like to say all the way through, from probably me and everyone, who was associated with that England team, we can't thank you enough for the love and the support that you've shown us throughout the tournament.
And one thing I want to ask you about you specifically, there was a lot of talk about you being in the shirt and you being the #1 right back. Did you feel like justified on how great your performances were throughout the game? I remember you being at a Germany game just being absolutely immense, and just throughout the tournament, even in the final against these guys. Did it feel like a sense of relief or a sense of pride when you was in that shirt and like knowing that you was the #1 guy?
Obviously it's relief, because no one wants to go out into the field and not put in a really good performance. So it is always relief, but I just believe in myself. I go back to being a ball boy here, to having a chance at Villa. I've always believed in myself and what I can do as a player. So if I can I don't worry about anything else. I go out, I try my best, and if I get the rub of the green on the day, then perfect, you'll get to see, and I'll shine. But if not, then no worries. The best thing in football is always next week, and you can always put it right.
For sure. All right, lastly,
Yeah.
We're going through all of these shirts now. We're in a burning building, and you've got to save 2 shirts.
Yeah.
So one is based on your most significant memory in a football shirt, and then one is based strictly on the style. So if me and you are going out raving, what shirt are you wearing?
Yeah.
And also, which one is your proudest moment? Talk to me. Let's start with the proudest moment one. Come on, Kyle, man. Come on. Talk to me.
I'm gonna have to go, yeah.
England debut, yeah?
Yeah, it was very toss-up between these two, but I think they've all paid a journey to get me to this one. To this one.
That's beautiful.
So that's why I've done it.
All right, cool. Next one, best looking kit here.
I like black.
You like the black, yeah?
I'm gonna go this one.
That's beautiful, man.
I'll just blend in there, keep my cap on, and that's it. We can go out raving.
I love that, bro. Bro, really appreciate you having us. Thank you, man.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.